Good evening. I'm Christine Johnson.
I'm Maurice Dubois. Tonight, Putin's claiming he's sending the forces to maintain peace, but it appears the window for peace is starting to narrow.
CBS 2's Alice Gaynor is live at the United Nations headquarters, where leaders met tonight to discuss next steps. Alice.
Christine and Maurice, the meeting wrapped up around 10:30. The Undersecretary General opened the session with a warning that the risk of major conflict is real and needs to be prevented at all costs. There are also new signs tonight that an invasion is imminent if it hasn't already begun.
An attack on Ukraine is an attack on the sovereignty of every UN member state and the UN Charter, and that it will be met with swift and severe consequences.
The UN Security Council holds a rare nighttime emergency meeting.
An invasion of Ukraine unleashes the forces of war, death, and destruction on the people of Ukraine.
This as half of Russia's 190,000 troops on Ukraine's border are in a position to attack. U.S. intelligence indicates that Russian President Vladimir Putin has already ordered commanders to move into Ukraine. Mr. Putin claims they are there for peacekeeping operations, something the U.S. ambassador to the United Nations called nonsense tonight. Hours earlier, Putin signed a decree recognizing the pro-Moscow regions of Donetsk and Luhansk as independent states, 8 years after fighting erupted between Russia-backed separatists and Ukrainian forces. There's been a spike in clashes in those regions, raising concerns that Russia could use the situation as a pretext for an attack on Ukraine. Putin gave an hour-long national television address rejecting Ukraine's sovereignty, slamming NATO's refusal to ban the country from ever joining, and he called out the U.S. for having missile capabilities near Russia.
That's like having a knife against our throat.
President Biden had emergency calls with Ukrainian President Zelensky, plus the leaders of Germany and France. Ukrainian President Zelensky says Ukraine is not afraid of anyone or anything. Ukrainian soldiers told CBS News they have orders only to fire back in self-defense.
We are not afraid. We are on our own land, and we are ready to protect it.
A summit between President Biden and Putin that was arranged by French President Emmanuel Macron could be in jeopardy.
This is a brutal war of choice that Russia will be perpetrating.
The White House says President Biden will impose sanctions on anyone doing business in those two regions in eastern Ukraine. Meantime, European allies slammed the move by Putin, saying it was a violation of international law and that they too would be imposing sanctions. Live outside the UN on the east side, Alice Gaynor, CBS 2 News.
Alice, thank you.